Hi Virgo, welcome to the channel and welcome to your reading for January 2024. So, to start off, we have the Four of Swords. So, this month is really going to be somewhat quiet, somewhat a period of reflection as we move into this Pluto Aquarius transit. We have the Five of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. There could be some anxiety around work, around what's happening around your finances, and it can be very difficult to deal with the anxiety, especially as we're approaching the 20th of January. It can be very difficult to kind of maintain control the anxiety, to stay calm when it could feel like there's a lot of issues. And I feel like the Three of Pentacles here is saying that you don't need to worry too much about the issues that you are perceiving in the Five of Pentacles. Yes, there could be a lot of issues going on. It could feel like you are, really stuck in this scarcity, or feeling like there's not enough, feeling abandoned. Even this could even be abandoned by your partners and things like this. All of the stuff in the external world like this is really chaotic, and focusing on that is really going to perpetuate this idea of scarcity. It's going to remind you of all your problems. It's going to keep you ruminating over what's wrong, what the problems are, what you're lacking, what's not good enough. It's going to keep you ruminating on those things, and it's going to stifle your creative energy. Okay, so, and a lot of these things are really, it's not as bad as you think. A lot of this is a projection of a lot of inner insecurities, a lot of inner subconscious wounds that are, kind of running your mind. And when you focus on the chaos of the external world right now, it can really emphasize those things, and it can make this Five of Pentacles energy seem much more real than it actually is. And I feel like the Three of Pentacles is that things are working out, but there is this space you get stuck in where you start to overthink, and you start to see where everything's going wrong. You start to see where everything's not enough. You start to see where things could be or should be, and it's creating stress. So your home, Four of Swords, really is saying to me, your home right now is your comfort zone. It is your safe place. It is where you can relax and retreat from these things, and really importantly, reflect on these inner thoughts that could be taking over your mind. You really want to protect yourself from letting your mind get way out of control and spiral into all this negative thinking. And so your home is really your safe place right now to rest and, see more beauty in things. You be with your family, be with whatever it is, your comfort zone, and see that beauty, and allow yourself to be calm there. Allow yourself to have this retreat from the external world where the pressure seems too much, where your mind gets on top of you because you are just, it's too chaotic, and it's pulling you into this scarcity mindset or the stressed out mindset, or thinking about where you should be and all of these things. So the Three of Pentacles is really reassurance to me that everything is working out. It might not be right where you want it to be yet. It might not be as good as you had originally planned, but this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. So allow things to flow, allow things to work out, and you really want to protect your energy from this chaos, from this anything that could really get at you and drag you down into a spiral of negative thinking or of over analyzing. You want to really protect your energy, and that could be, through whatever practice you find most appropriate, but you want to build up the strength, because like I said, this is not so much about what's going on in the external world. It's not so much that you're not attaining, it's your mind is showing you, your mind is picking out everything that could go wrong or isn't good enough and things like this, when you're just getting started on this and things are working out, things are coming together. And it can be difficult right now to see how things are working out, because we are kind of in between two worlds right now, right? So there is a massive shift that you're getting prepared for in terms of your work life, in terms of your partnerships and your family life. But so you can feel this build up and you can feel this anxiety, which pushes you to overanalyze things when they are working. And so that's why it's really important to have this practice so you don't let your head get on top of you here, and you can really cultivate that inner strength, because this is more so about your feelings and your subconscious triggers that push you to overanalyze, to stress, to nitpick, to find things that are wrong, or to over criticize yourself, and allow things to flow and grow as they're going to. And that's why it's so important to have this retreat, to have these, the retreat in your home or this kind of safe space, and also to have, some kind of practice where you can really connect, like such as meditation, where you can connect to your own inner power, and that will help you deflect this harsh and negative thinking. Because as much as on the outside it seems like this is a material struggle, it seems like you need to be doing more, or whatever the case is, it seems like this is a material struggle, it seems like something you need to fight with the outside world, you need to push yourself, or whatever the case is. This is not it's actually not an external struggle. This is actually an internal struggle. And it's because you're in between worlds right now. You are about to go through massive transformation in your partnerships and in your work that changes how you operate when it comes to this. You've had one way of doing things for so long, that's worked for so long, but now you're moving into a way that's more creative, more inspired, more from the heart than it was before. And so it's easy to let your head get on top of you and feel like things aren't working out, or blah, blah, blah. But they are working out. They're just not as established as you would like them to be. So you're in between these worlds right now, and as much as you'd like to fight with the external world about it, it's actually an internal process that's going on, where you want to be able to harness your creativity, create from the heart, really beautify your home, or whatever your retreat from the world is, so that you can reflect and just have a calm place for you to be, where you don't have to worry about what could happen or should happen or might happen, whatever. And cultivating this space will allow you to ease into this transition, where we have the Judgment, the Magician, and the Five of Wands. This is really you creating something big that will affect your overall life and ultimately bring you like this Nine of Cups happiness, right? But when you are trying to push with the external world and you're trying to focus on everything that could go wrong or everything that's not working or everything you don't have, you're going to push this in or slow down the process, but also you could push it in a really negative direction. That's why it's important to have this retreat. That's why it's important to have these practices where you can really connect with yourself and identify what's really going on in the internal world and see that the external world, it's not really about that. You're creating something new. You're creating something different that will change your life. And that's more in line with this emotional fulfillment than you ever have been before. So it might look different. It might not feel the same as you're used to working. It doesn't feel the same as you're used to watching things build and watching things work out. But see, this Judgment card is you really letting go of the past, letting go of the old ways of doing things, the old ways of thinking, and really moving into a place where you can create what you want to create and move towards this deep emotional fulfillment and have this higher level of understanding, not only about yourself and your internal world, but also a higher level of understanding about how the material world can work for you in a different way. It doesn't have to be how you always thought it was. It can actually be something really creative, something that really speaks to you on a heart level, and also something that you can create on your own terms. So it is a time of reflecting, protecting your energy, getting really well acquainted with yourself and pulling your energy back into yourself instead of being so immersed in the external world that it causes this mental strife. And when it is a time for just retreating and also expanding your knowledge, and it is, first of all, expanding spiritual practices can be really beneficial for you now, especially when it comes to combating these certain mindsets. And also, it's a really good time to start learning more about what you want to create, whatever skills you need to learn, whatever knowledge you need to obtain, so that when things really start to move, you are prepared for that. All right, so don't stress out about what isn't working. Find what is going well. It's just not building the way you're used to it being built, and it might be happening more slowly than you had originally anticipated when you started this. But this is just the beginning, and you're kind of in between two worlds right now, and it's very unnerving. It's very different. So take that time out to retreat from the stresses of your day-to-day and retreat from the stresses of work and your expectations and things like that. All right, that's what I have for you guys. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a personal reading, I will link it below, and I will see you next time.